Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode. When an 11-year-old boy saw his grandma on the street leaning on a stop sign for support because she couldn't keep her balance, he acted quickly and took the wheel of her car to get her to safety. This surprised her. Angela Brewer-Lay and PJ Brewer-Lay were close, like most kids are with their grandmothers. When his grandma left their home in Indianapolis to go for a walk in the street, the boy would often go with her. While Angela walked, the boy would go up and down the street on his go-kart, dirt bike, or four-wheel car. He liked being behind the wheel, but he didn't know that he would soon have to drive his grandmother's Mercedes-Benz because of an emergency. In August 2020, Angela and PJ were going back to their house like any other day. The boy rode his go-kart as usual while Angela walked along the path. The older woman had a sudden feeling that something wasn't right. Her blood pressure dropped all of a sudden, making her feel sick and see spots. She held on to a stop sign because she was scared and confused. After a few seconds, she saw the unthinkable, her Mercedes-Benz coming toward her. When the car got close to her, she was shocked to see that it was her grandson driving. Angela was surprised by how well the boy drove since he had never driven on the road before. He was so cool, even though she was in a lot of pain. PJ quickly drove his go-kart home when he saw his grandmother leaning against the stop sign. He went back right away and got his grandmother's car so he could drive her home. The boy never made a wrong turn because he was scared or lost control of the car. He took Angela home in a calm way and even parked her car in the narrow driveway without hitting the wall or driving on the grass. Angela knew that PJ had driven a big car before, but she didn't expect him to be such a good driver on the road. Before, Angela's husband had asked the boy to park his cars in the yard, but PJ had never driven on the road. Impressed by her grandson's skills, Angela said, Angela took a movie while her grandson drove her home. She was surprised by how perfectly he parked the car in her garage and helped her get out of it. His heartwarming act left Angela feeling grateful. Angela felt lucky that her grandson came to help her, but people on the internet couldn't figure out why the boy drove his grandmother's Mercedes-Benz instead of any of the other cars in the garage. PJ said that his grandmother's car keys were the easiest to get to when asked about it. The boy didn't have time to think about which car to drive because it was an emergency. He just grabbed the first key he saw, and luckily it worked to open the door to his grandmother's fancy car. We're glad he got Angela home on time, no matter what kind of car he was driving. If the hero hadn't helped the older woman right away, her situation could have gotten worse. When people on the internet heard about PJ and Angela's story, some of them said the boy shouldn't have been driving without a license. Others, meanwhile, used this as a chance to share good things. They wrote nice things and messages of support for the young boy. We hope that PJ's story will encourage other kids to help older people. We have to say that the little boy's quick thinking was the thing that most surprised us. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.